When we were 15. When we were 15, I remember car rides, small fights, conversations all night. I never saw you as anything more than a friend, but now I see you in a new light. We're getting older, there's a sparkle in your eyes that wasn't there before. You give me butterflies, it makes me wonder if there could be something more. We were only kids when we first met. Now let's discover what we haven't yet. I don't wanna wonder what could have been. So baby, take my hand and let my love in. When we were 15, I remember car rides, conversations all night. When we were 15.
I'm doing great. Last week I was stuck in the EU. Well, I wasn't stuck. I offered my services to the EU region, and although I love to see our EU brethren in their classic shenanigans, it's good to be back home for this, or for today at the very least, because I know on Sunday we go back to EU. You and me probably. if If Joker is muted, I can go ahead and introduce the teams. We do have Excalibur Knights Academy versus Borderline Bronze. The two teams we have on Borderline Bronze, we have the DPS of Orcus and Vol Galaxy, the tanks of Topo and Nuclear, and then Barlog and Swamp Monster going to be on the supports. And then on the side of Knights Academy, we have Swift and Connell on the DPS. Oblivia Blitz, that's pretty awesome of a name, I gotta say. And then Piku on the tanks. And then Ansel and Supreme Fudge on the supports. And something pretty interesting is that Borderline Bronze, we asked them what their favorite heroes were coming into this match, and apparently the main tank Topo, his most played hero is Winston, while the off tank Nuclear has most played hero set as a Roadhog. So if we don't see that tank line at least one time during this matchup, I'm gonna riot. If he is continued to be muted, then I will go ahead and continue talking. Today's match is going to be a first to three. So first to complete 3 maps is going to be the winner. The map types are going to be set from control at the very start, and then we go down to escort, assault, hybrid, and then the final control maps, if we need to go to any further maps, will be all control, whatever in the map pool wasn't picked. And I don't know what the first map is going to be right off the bat, but control is a map type that is it is a map type that is going to be started off here. Lijiang Tower is going to be the first map. That's going to be a map that a lot of different compositions is going to be able to run on. Joker, do you think you can speak now?
Yes, I think I can.
Does your mouth work now?
Yes, it is. Sorry about that. Technical issues on my end. But yeah, we're going to be starting off on Lijiang Tower. What do we expect from these maps? We did see what they like to run, but Lijiang Tower does have that opportunity to run multiple different compositions. What do you think we're going to start out on with Lijiang Tower?
I mean, yeah, Lijiang Tower is definitely one of those maps where you can play a whole bunch of different compositions, especially on Tower and any of the outside maps, like Night Market as well. You can play a bunch of dive. You can play like Symmetra Rush with like either Winston or a Reinhardt with a Symmetra. John this map, and even on Tower, you have like Wrecking Ball and Pharah being available as well. So here we are starting off on this map. It's gonna be really interesting to see. Also, these are under 29.9 SR players, so most of these players will be flat and below. It's gonna be really cool to see what they have to show for us tonight.
Yes, definitely. I do like that we're starting out on Night Market, seeing these teams obviously going to have to run that Symmetra. It's just overpowered, specifically on these small points. And we're seeing Excalibur Knights right now opting to go with that really crowd control composition with that Sim and Mei composition right now.
Yeah, Sim and Mei will definitely work. You can TP up to the high ground, like at the window on top of the control, and then Mei wall block off the enemy team. That's a viable option. It looks like Borderline Bronze is also going to go for a TP strat with the Reaper instead. So this is going to be kind of a mirror match with the Reaper Mei difference. It's going to be really interesting to see how they go about this. Both teams teleporting from after right now.
In this spot, the main tank is gone for Excalibur Knights, and that's going to be the win for Borderline Bronze immediately. You can't win without that main tank, especially in this rush, and it's already going in favor of Borderline Bronze.
Yeah, a bit of a generous pin at the start of that round probably did Piku in more than they bargained for. And now we're going to be seeing Borderline Bronze with a very comfortable lead now. I mean, just the difference on Barlog's ultimate in comparison to Ansel on the Baptiste is going to be means you're going to be getting window much faster, and you're going to be able to cycle those ultimates much faster as well.
Yeah, now Topo already almost up to the Shatter. It's going to be in this mid fight here. that he gets it up. There goes the sim wall up, however, and this should be very easy to win for Borderline Bronze. They're going to push straight into the opposition. Not going to get any kills, however. They're looking to get this, and now the sim wall is down, but the amplification matrix is there, and Barlog gets that first pick on the Connell, and that should be enough. But Pico turns it back, gets a pick on the Topo, but they are all alone in this fight now. And now there's no more main tank on the side of Excalibur Knights, and they're just trickling away as the Diva gets demacked. And that should be another fight win for Borderline Bronze.
Yeah, as soon as your Reinhardt goes down in that scenario, you got to be able to back up. I get that he was trying to go for the Mega there, but you have the Zarya coming after you. You got to be able to go back to spawn to get some more heals. And what you just managed to do was just stagger yourself just a little bit. But now both window and walls are down. Orcus is only halfway to his next wall, and now Borderline Bronze is now going to have a comfortable chance to be able to come back into this fight.
Chase does use grab early, but he is there to save it. But a big shatter coming out from Topo. 5 men down, and that's going to be all she wrote for Excalibur Knights. They can't do anything right now.
Yeah, nice wraparound shatter from Topo. They were in very comfortable position in order to use this. Orcus doing some absolute work on the Symmetra, as you can see from the stats here. Beat into the spawn, might as well. There's no way they're going to be able to touch this point really anyways, unless Supreme Fudge somehow had the best Lucio wall rides they've ever seen in their life, but unfortunately that's not the case.
Yeah, well, just looking like utter domination after that first round, but it's the first round. Everyone is a little shaky. You know, you've got to get into the groove of things. So hopefully we can see a change in pace. Excalibur Knights not looking the best, but what can they do on this second point here to change things up?
Well, they're going to be running pretty similar compositions here, so I really think that for Excalibur, the main difference that you need to be taking is with the tank line. I think Piku was pretty outclassed there on the Reinhardt, so I would love to see them kind of tone down the aggression, maybe tone down the pins, and then maybe your DPS will then be able to do a better job of providing that damage, especially now that both of these teams are running this Junkrat competition.
Well, Borderline Bronze already have taken this positioning on that high ground, and that Chase already taking it into their favor. Shrimpy getting some mines into the backline as well. And that's going to be all she wrote for this first team fight, as Borderline Bronze still picking up where they left off on Night Market.
Yeah, I mean, just consistent damage from Shrimp. I mean, look at this. Shrimp is already all the way to their ultimate, while Swift Run is only halfway down. And the Junkrat didn't even fall that early in the fight on the side of Excalibur. So that just shows you the difference in damage that these teams are outputting. Excalibur is continuously under pressure. Early tire comes in here. It does get destroyed though.
Yeah, but the Amp Matrix is there, but it's not going to matter, as this looking good for Excalibur Knights. They've got 3 picks in their favor, but the Reinhardt is down for Excalibur, but it should be enough for them to push through this choke, get to the point, and should be able to capture this up. Amp Matrix is out from them here. Try to clean up the rest of this fight, as Connell is on point with that high charge Sim Beam. Shrimpy comes back, gets a pick onto Connell though. This could be in favor now, but Swift is going to be using that Rip Tire get 2, and that should be enough for them to win this out.
Yeah, definitely. And Supreme didn't even have to use his beat there. They got to keep that and get to use that for next round, maybe as an initiation tool, or maybe you're saving it for the Symmetra wall or the tire. Wall does come out here from Orcus, and it will give Borderline a comfortable little entryway into the points.
Yeah.
Oh,
already out in the shitter, coming out from Piku, but it's not going to get many kills from it. The self-destruct not going to get any value add whatsoever, but Topo again with a massive shatter on the side for Borderline Bronze. That's going to do it. A very quick turnaround, and the capture percentage going back in favor for Borderline Bronze.
Yeah, that was such a nice shatter from Piku. Unfortunately, shatter is one of those ultimates that's really hard to get value on unless your team is like super coordinated and is super ready to follow up on it. And Topo just their shatter was just held on. Okay, the tire is gonna run away from the Diva. Just back off just a little bit, but it does.
Oh my
go
goodness.
in. It gets on. So all right. Not bad.
I'm incredibly surprised. Shrimpy getting that pick on the Ansel. That's going to be just an easy team fight when you can't do anything without your Baptiste. And they just have to retreat the spawn.
Yeah, only 20% left for Borderline to cap this up. Academy Excalibur is just continuously just feeding themselves. I mean, Connell had to jump off the side there. Okay, they do have double DPS ultimates. Tire and Wall is going to be a very good combo.
But Arca's already getting Supreme Fudge out in this fight. They've got a lot of walls on this point, but it doesn't look like to matter as it's already falling in place for the side of Borderline Bronze. They've already got the picks necessary. Orcus with 2 in this fight. Again, Riptire there trying to do something. Only going to get Shrimpy, but it's not going to be enough as Borderline Bronze taking map 1 in a very decisive manner.
Yeah, very decisive indeed. Excalibur showing a little bit of fire there in the final round, but unfortunately there was a main tank diff in this round, and as you can see from this highlight, I mean, Topo had no trouble whatsoever getting value from, you know, their shatters, their pins. You know, this is a case where tanks are very much the kind of pin of how good a team is in terms of like coordination and stuff like that. So if Excalibur wants to come back in this series, they really need to work on their, you know, main tank and team synergy.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, if we're going to be seeing this brawl mirror throughout the series, we've already seen Borderline Bronze look just outclass the opposition. So maybe if we do see some changes here, but this is their most played composition for the side of Excalibur Knights. It's not the Borderline Bronze is the team that was playing Winston Roadhog for the most of the time. So right now it's looking very, very shaky for this team. If you can't run this this composition that they love to run and not win, it's not boding well. But we do have a stat coming in from, I believe, Orcus on that Symmetra from Lijiang Tower, and look at that, only 1 death here.
Only 1 death. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I don't think anybody on Borderline died on that first round on a night market. But yeah, 1 death. You know, doing a good job of keeping your Symmetra up, making sure she gets that charge to do massive damage with her primary fire is definitely an important aspect of playing Symmetra, and the team performed that very wonderfully. We are going to be going on to map 2 after this, and do you think you have any ideas of what type of map they could play? It is Escort coming up next, and Excalibur, they have put that their favorite map to play in Escort is going to be Rialto, and that's a map where you can continue to run the rush, but you could also play some different compositions. Do you think that they would be comfortable playing something different other than rush?
I don't know. It's really difficult to say. We haven't obviously seen enough of them yet to see if they can whip out a different composition, but they didn't do it when they were so clearly getting outclassed by Borderline Bronze on that first map. I don't know if they're comfortable with anything other than rush. We might see something. A lot of teams can run this Pharah on Rialto, which is a really big stay, especially in this lower division where aim not that consistent. So Pharah in the sky, it could be a very huge play.
I'm sorry, looks like the next map is actually going to be a hybrid map. It's going to be Numbani probably. And what is also there is going to be a substitute coming in for Border or Excalibur, I believe. They're going to be swapping their main tanks out. So Bombaclat is going to be going in for Piku, or Piku, right? Yeah, that's what I said. Okay.
Yeah.
Their name has like the 1, so you know I get confused as to like the pronunciation sometimes. But yes, it is Piku. Bombaclat is going to be coming in for them. Could be something where Bombaclat, maybe they're more comfortable running Bombaclat in terms of like Reinhardt, or even in terms of like different map types. So this could be a case where Excalibur comes in looking like a fresh new team, actually.
Well, it's definitely a big switch, especially after we saw Piku not feeling really that comfortable on map 1. Now going into map 2, you've got your substitution of Bumbleclat onto that main tank. Hope maybe now we've got a more confident player, more team oriented, because we did see Piku charge in a lot. And the big thing with Ryan, you need to stay with your team. So maybe that could change this whole dynamic of the game going into Nimbani.
Yes, and Borderline Bronze, I just want to say, if you are going to be running the Winston Roadhog, now is the time to do it. Numbani, you can do it. Defense, I think dive works well. Just throw in the Roadhog, please. Make it happen. Please, in my life, I need it.
Yeah, that... I've seen a lot of wacky compositions, but I don't think I've ever seen someone team run a Winston a Roadhog composition.
There's a first for everything.
Yeah,
you gotta
try. We're seeing.
You gotta live life on the edge. Try new things.
Well, we'll see if they are opting to what they're opting to run. We'll obviously get that defensive composition first, and right now we're seeing just a regular bog standard dive with the Pharah in the sky. Both teams really right now are opting for the Pharah, Rudy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll hold out hope for later on in the map, but in terms of the Roadhog. But yeah, bog standard dive with Pharmacy actually on both sides, at least if that's what Excalibur is going to continue to run. Looks like they put in Bomboclat, maybe because Bomboclat feels more comfortable playing the Winston. So like I said, this could be definitely a new kind of face for them to put on. Definitely a lot of teams are more or less comfortable running certain compositions in terms of others. So, and a new leader on main tank could give you sort of a fresh up. What's interesting is that Shrimpy's actually playing, they're opting for the Genji here. So Genji Pharah on the side of the defense, which means it's going to be really dive heavy, while Swift is just opting for the legs.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see Genji not normally picked at this time ever since that for a while now. Genji has not been viable, but oh my goodness, already taking some Pharah shots out of the sky and gonna be
the res went through.
I don't know how that res went through after a nice play, some nice plays from Oakland, but it did. But it's still looking good. They don't have the res for this long fight right now. So if Borderline Bronze does have this advantage at this time, and it's looking good for them right now. They've got a lot of damage, but Bumbleclat gonna get Shrimpy down, but the anti-nade gonna get the D-Mech, but the res is there, so it's still anyone's game. Chase gets Bumbleclat, and there's the main tank gone for the side of Excalibur Knights, and that's going to be the go sign for the side of Borderline Bronze. They've got the kills necessary to save this point and keep it strong, but a lot of picks going in favor of Excalibur Knights as well, so they have a really good chance to come back and get this if they're really quick.
This is a weird fight because Borderline Bronze is all really low. Like Shrimpy and Topo were both low, like half health for so long. I don't know what their supports were doing. They were being distracted by the constant damage coming in from Swift Run and Bomboclat. But unfortunately, they just managed to bring it back in the end due to some heroics from Orcus. That opening pick on the Pharah, by the way, was insane. And I'm so surprised that it actually managed to get res. Thought for sure it wasn't going to go through. And Swift Run is going to go down early in this next fight.
Some nice plays coming from that pharmacy there as Bumbleclat getting it. Nano trying to get that Ana in the backline. The Pharah barrage gonna get Swamp Monster. That's gonna be a massive with a big anti-nade coming in from Barlog trying to save face as Okris gonna get another pick onto his Pharah counterpart. The res is going to be there on the Supreme Fudge, which is going to be big in the long run, but still, the tanks are there for the side of Borderline Bronze, but the tick process is in their favor of Excalibur Knights right now, but I don't know how much longer as Blitz gonna go down, and that should be enough. It's just the Winston on point, and his Bumbleclat get some help.
Yeah, not only is Borderline Bronze staying They're taking their time. They're staying very spread out, and Excalibur seems to be having a really tough time in figuring out like what target to go after first. And all that time that they're taking, Orcus is just continuously putting in damage from above. This guy is doing some insane work here on the Pharah, and now Borderline Bronze has a very comfortable ult lead with you have potentially Nano. Blade. Oh, well, Swift Run is going to end Swamp Monster's life right there, at least for this round, but...
Yeah, Visor didn't get as much value as they would like to, but the self-destruct is out there from Chase. Not going to get anyone, however. The sleep on to the Diva. She's going to get demeched as well. Shrimpy going to get that dash kill in the end, but Orcris still just doing so much damage on this Pharah. They've single-handedly held this point a couple times, it feels like, and they've had to swap over to the Cowboy here to try and save face, try to kill Orcus in the sky, but it's not doing anything really.
10 seconds left. Somebody has to touch point. Oblivious Blitz might be able to touch on this baby Diva. Probably not, though. They got killed right before it. And I think this is going to be it for Excalibur's attacking round. I think it shows a lot I mean, Orcus still, Borderline Bronze still had ults to spare going into that last fight. They were pretty comfortable winning these fights without committing too much. And I think that just goes to show just how comfortable these guys are facing off against Excalibur. It's going to be tough for Excalibur moving forward in the series.
Definitely. They did, however, get some capture percentage on the board, so that is a plus in their favor. They can just get a fuller hold here, and they can still win this map out and tie up the series, but right now it's not looking that good for them, as we do now have the compositions for Excalibur Knights, and they're opting for more traditional kind of brawl, but with a Soldier and an Ashe.
Looks like they're just kind of figuring out. Looks like they're really scared of that Pharah, if I were to guess, because they're doing both the legs and the Ashe as well, with a damage boosted on both characters. So this could work, definitely, if you play your cards right. Have Ryan and Diva kind of stay around that high ground area, that entrance area, and then, you know, Ashe and Swift Run and Kano kind of stay back. Oh, Borderline Bronze is teasing. They're teasing the Roadhog. Dang!
Oh no, they almost did it.
Dang!
I was more confused about the Bastion for a second there, but Orcus still opting for this Pharah. There's no reason to switch up that Pharah at this time. They've already got the scout of Shrimpy in the backline. They're going to be able to. Oh no! My goodness. They almost picked him in the end, but he does get that support in the end from his support line as Connell gets Swamp Monster out of this fight to start it off. That is a big pick in favor of Excalibur Knights, but Orcris is already starting it off again. Swift Run already down in this fight. The Ashe out of position, almost fouled by Orcris, but Orcris gonna get the Diva as well. 2 picks already in this fight for the Pharah, as it is looking more and more likely with a massive anti-nade from Barlog as Topo gets the nano boost, and that should be all she wrote for the Bonnie, as it is going to be Borderline Bronze after they get this kill, and that should do it for the side of Borderline Bronze. A very quick capture of point 1.
Okay, I said it was somewhat of a main tank difference in map 1. I still think that's holds true to words, but I think more overall, it really does feel like a team difference at this point. I mean, Orcus and Topo are both putting in incredible performances, obviously, on this Pharah and this Winston. You could really see these guys are very comfortable playing in sort of this slower paced where nobody can really punish the Pharah for what she's doing in the sky. So, very comfortable map to win. And moving on to the final map, I mean, Excalibur, I don't think they have a lot of options left.
Yeah, it's not looking good for them right at this moment. But they have a chance. Everyone has a chance to come back in the series. Obviously, it's not over till it's over. Um, but right now, it's not looking good for them at all. Um, and
Right.
we'll have to see what we get in map 3 after a short little intermission. Oh, sorry, never mind. We have a far comparison first, and then we'll go to the intermission.
Oh gosh, I'm kind of scared to
But
see this actually.
I do want to see Orcris's. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
And they have.
Oh,
It's kind of crazy too because they have like pretty comparable deaths. Connell only has one more death on that Pharah, which is also crazy because Orcus was playing Pharah throughout the entire map, while Connell was only playing it for a short amount of time. But yeah, that is a pretty steep comparison. Like I said, it's not just one player that's being outclassed here on Excalibur. I think it is kind of a team-wide thing, and this happens in plat games a lot of the times. But yeah, so we can go ahead and go to a short little break. If you guys are tuning in, please tune back in 5 minutes, and we will have the conclusion of this series and also another game coming up right after it. So we'll see you guys then.
So let's go back to the beaches where I always make you laugh, to the forest where we found a hidden path, to the summertime of 2005 when we were still alive, when we were still alive. a threat now. My heart is a house of cards. They had those shaky hands, they let me fall apart. And I know it shows, yeah. You keep me on my toes, yeah. Just one more song, yeah. Play it till I'm gone. When I start sinking, all my demons start creeping in. When I start breaking, will you be waiting? Pick me up and put me back together again. See what I see, yeah, you could save me.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the rookie division matchup of the night. Borderline Bronze versus Excalibur Knights Academy. And right now, it's not looking too good for Excalibur Knights Academy, as Borderline Bronze is already up 2-0 in this series and looking very, very dominant. Like we were saying before the break, the main tank and that other DPS player, Topo and Okris, have been just on top of their game today.
Yeah, for sure. They've been tearing it up. As the kids say nowadays, they've been bodying the enemy on Excalibur Knights, and now we're going to potentially the last map of the series, which is going to be on Junkertown, which is obviously the escort map for this. So get to see some nice Junkertown shenanigans, some J sillies. Lots of Widowmaker, I would presume. I mean, Widowmaker is almost a must pick on first point of this map. At least, if not Widowmaker, you need at least an Ashe or a Hanzo or something of the sorts. Definitely for sure. But yeah, hold on. We're gonna be waiting just a little bit, waiting on one or two people. But yeah, Joker, any thoughts on what might go down on this
Yeah.
Australian frontier?
Let me sneeze first.
Well, do that. Yeah, you kind of
Okay.
need to do that.
Okay, I didn't sneeze. But
You didn't.
I didn't. But
Why?
I got rid of it. So we're going into Junkertown, and like you said, probably Widowmaker here. On this map, it's the bread and butter of this map. We might also see some double shield. It's really a lot of teams can run that on the defense. I've seen it quite a bit. But again, it's just whatever they're comfortable with. Excalibur Knights Academy needs to just run a composition they're comfortable with. They know they can do well on it, and they need so they can come at least try to come back in this series, as they obviously they don't. And this is that final map, like you were saying. If they lose, they need to be running something they love or they're confident on. That's the big thing going into this map.
Yeah, and I mean, if you are running double shield, it is yet again a new composition that we haven't seen yet in this series. So there is still the possibility of Excalibur switching onto a composition that they're more comfortable on. Double shield wasn't really too viable on the last two maps that we watched. So definitely this could be them saving face. Borderline Bronze, on the other hand, have just shown that their star players are able to just pull out in situations. Excalibur is taking a lot of time to finish a lot of these team fights, and so it just allows Orcus and Topo to just plow through them while they're sort of taking that time and deciding, which to me signifies that they're just more comfortable playing around each other as a team. So that's kind of why I say it's like more of a team diff than any one individual player.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, and I do think we have the readies to head now into Junkertown, and we'll see how this goes on in the map. We'll see. So we'll see. We don't really know anything. We can't really predict anything until we see what we see.
You know what we can predict, however?
What?
The Roadhog.
Oh, we might actually see the Roadhog.
Bronze, you're up 2-0. You are up 2-0 in a series. All right, you're very comfortable, looking very comfortable. This is actually pretty historically favoring Roadhog. Junkertown is, especially back when Rollock wasn't implemented. Roadhog was actually pretty common on this map to kind of counter Widowmaker because he couldn't be headshotted. So I mean, it's a possibility. I'm just throwing it out into the universe.
We could see the Orisa Hog. I mean, the pulled pork combination, but right now we're seeing it from Excalibur Knights. We're seeing
they're in spawn right now, though. They're teasing
obviously.
us.
But it looks like Topo is not playing the main tank this map.
That's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about comfortability.
For sure.
Especially in these lower tiers. So obviously, you have one person that's comfortable on Sigma, and the other person's more comfortable on Orisa. So that's what we're seeing right now. But Excalibur Knights might be running a pirate ship here.
Yeah. Yeah, pirate ship. It's not very common nowadays, but I would imagine here in the lower levels, people still pull out the cheese bastion, still while they're able to put out so much damage. But no, unfortunately, they're going to be switching off to Hanzo here.
Ooh, Swift Run starting it off on the Barlog. That's a big pick. That's so much damage that's gone from the side of Borderline Bronze, because they don't have that Discord orb any longer. And oh my really
gosh,
sneaky grapple, almost getting behind, but they've got a nice angle. Swift getting Orcris out of this fight. They've already got 2 in this fight. Is Blitz gonna get their counterpart out of this fight, and it's looking good for Excalibur Knights. Maybe this was the decision they needed to run all along, because it's looking good for them in this double shield right now. Swift Run gets another pick in this fight. 4 for the Widowmaker of Excalibur Knights. That should be enough to probably get it to the point 1 here.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna get first point here. Yeah, I guess all Excalibur needed to do was put Swift onto Widow, and then you just win. The classic pick Widow and we win sort of mentality here, but it actually works out in the end. Okay, Orcus getting a little bit too comfortable there, a little bit too greedy, pays for it with his life, and now they're going to be down a member. I don't think they have a res available. No, they don't, so.
Well, it doesn't matter. They need another res here as Topo taking a 1v1 with the Widowmaker and trying to keep that res from going off, but still in a bad position. Is it going to get hacked up here by Shrimpy, who has swapped over to the Sombra, trying to probably deal with Swift Run on the Widowmaker, as we've seen so far, a very big problem for the side of Borderline Bronze. The Dynamite going to be there, and that's going to be a bongo headshot from Orcris, starting this kill off, but Connell going to turn it back, going to get Orcris out of the fight with a headshot of their own. Almost up to the EMP is Shrimpy, but right now it's looking good for Borderline Bronze. They've got the picks necessary, and they don't, as Excalibur Knights does not have res any longer, as it should be enough for them to win this out. They've got positional advantage now.
Sombra gets caught out there, out of invisibility mode, but they're able to get away with their lives. Shrimpy doing a good job of just kind of being a nuisance to this backline, not really allowing Excalibur to move much more forward. What a gravitic flux from Topo, though. I can see why now they decided to put him onto the Sigma.
Ooh, but getting caught out there by the Ant Matrix, put down by Supreme Fudge. That's a good turn for this fight in favor Excalibur Knights, with the Dragon Strike coming out, splitting this team in half. But they do have this EMP online. We're going to see if Shrimpy can get a massive EMP soon. Chase going to be knocked off high ground, though. This could be the point right now. This EMP is out. It's going to get 3 in the EMP, and that's going to all they need to win this out, as they do indeed win this fight just off the back of Shrimpy's EMP.
Yeah, a lot of ultimates invested there to get a very comfortable win. It's definitely worth it to keep the cart where it is. You don't want the cart moving towards the edge of this second portion of Junkertown. It's a lot more. It's a lot more difficult to defend. Tobo's on the monkey. He just swapped over to the monkey for some. I guess he just because he wants to contend with the high ground, kind of do a little bit of zap damage early. Very early bongo from Chase.
Yeah, bongo
not sure if it's
early.
gonna get much value.
It's just gonna keep the team away from the point for a while, and they've already had to use Ant Matrix in this early go. That is gonna be massive. That is worth the bongo, if I do say so myself. Ant Matrix is just so crucial right now, but. And oh my goodness, Topo's still alive right now. How is he still alive? Orca's gonna get a pick. Topo going in with the Primal Rage. Gonna get a lot of team disruption. 2 kills, 2 jump pad kills that is for the monkey of Borderline Bronze.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the bongo definitely did its job in. Okay, Topo, you can calm down a little bit, all right? We know you're excited about playing monkey, but calm down, all right? Calm down. Anyways, but like bongo, like I said, bongo did definitely stall for a lot of time, allow for Topo to just continue building up that primal rage, and he mentioned immediately he got it.
Ooh!
Shrimpy just gets caught out right there, unfortunately. McCree's stun is still very, very viable.
Yeah. A lot of ultimates being used from both squads here, but Orphan is going to start it off with a head onto Swamp Fudge, and that is or Supreme Fudge, sorry, but it's not going to look like it's going to make a dent in the side of the Excalibur Knights Academy. But just as I say that, Supreme Fudge goes down yet again by the hand of Orcus, and they're going to get 3 in this fight after that res. And Borderline Bronze making a very long hold on this streets phase of Junkertown right now.
I initially didn't really like this composition. I thought it was weird playing a Sombra and an Ashe in like a double shield kind of way, and then Topo switching on to the monkey made it even more weird. But I mean, they're making it work. Shrimpy's doing a really good job of distracting the enemies, just continuously putting on pressure, and then Orcus with a nice little flank at the end of that to just catch Excalibur off guard. They really were not looking towards that window, and now Topo's just gonna go off here. Monkey mad, monkey rage.
And a big EMP as well, getting 3 in that, and that's going to be enough yet again. Another nice EMP, but it's going to be Topo getting in on the kill feed. Almost everything Topo right now. As we're going to be seeing, no, he does not get the kill on the Bumble Clap, but it's just Mercy on the point right now. The D.Va trying to get back, but they are D-Max, Remax, and everything in between, as it's looking more and more likely that we're going to see this hold on street space, and they've got their win conditions set if they win this fight out. But we're trying to, Excalibur Knights Academy trying as they will, but there's just not enough people to come back, as that should be enough as the overtime bar ticks down. And 52 meters in is all they need to win out this first match of the night.
Okay, but if you are Excalibur, you have some hope. You're on defense now, and you're going to be able to run Swift Run here. I mean, he had a spectacular Widow performance to secure them that first point in a very short amount of time. So if he makes the swap onto Widow here on defense, they're going to have even more room to kind of maneuver around and get those headshots that they were getting at the beginning. So there is still hope for a full hold here from Excalibur, which means you can win this map and then potentially move on in the series. And it looks like they're going to do exactly that. Double sniper with Widow and Hanzo.
Yeah, it's definitely looking in their favor, especially with Borderline Bronze obviously trolling in the spawn room right now. But yeah, if they stick with this and they play it as well as they were on that first attacking round of getting it point 1, we could definitely see a full hold here coming in from Excalibur Knights. Swift Run was doing very good on that Widowmaker Connell as well. On the Hanzo, wasn't getting talked about enough, but did make some key picks in some of those fights. And if this DPS duo can continue to get value, we could see this full hold, but they're going to be having to run into this bulldozer composition that Borderline Bronze is running.
Yeah, once again, the monkey... Okay, yeah. I mean, immediately Swift Run just finds Orcus's number with that shot. I mean, that wasn't even like 3 seconds into the round, I don't think.
A nice immortality field from the side of the Excalibur Knights right there, trying to keep their BAP alive. They do get the res, but it's still looking good for the side of Excalibur Knights. They've got pretty much everyone they need to keep this hold going, but the spawn advantage is just so much in favor of Borderline Bronze. When they do get these picks, they get the picks, but just to say that, Connell gets 2 in this fight, trying to keep it going, try to keep this defense strong, but they've only got a couple people down low, and they've got their snipers on this low ground as Topo gets a dive right in as Swift is still alive somehow after getting focused down, but there goes the primal. The angry monkey is there for Borderline Bronze, and Topo juggling everyone in sight at this moment, and he has his job in the circus if he does.
Yeah, for sure.
Does not pan out for Topo, as he's been a menace on the Winston.
Yeah, they're definitely choosing to pocket Topo here. Priority above all others. The main tank, the Monkey Rager, he's been putting up... I mean, he single-handedly was distracting both of the hitscan players from Excalibur and just allowed for Borderline to gain so much ground there. But look at this, both supports down because they're so close to the spawn.
Yeah, that's already a fight win for the side of Excalibur Knights, as they're gonna just try to get these exit kills onto some key targets like Shrimpy, like Topo here, so they can't build up their ultimates. But they got a pulse bomb out from Orcus, but right now you've got to look at that EMP coming in from Shrimpy.
I didn't even notice that Orcus was switched onto the Tracer there, and
there goes the EMP. It's just gonna get Oblivion Blitz, however, but that might not. It's not gonna be enough. But just to say that Chase pops that. The bot goes down, is getting 3 in this fight. The tank line just doing so much damage for the side of Borderline Bronze, and they've done it. They've won this series in a quick 3-0 fashion.
All right, Excalibur, you got some fight in the end. I also had some fight on second map as well. I think Swift Run was doing a really good job on the Widowmaker there. Unfortunately, the tank line for this Borderline Bronze team was just going wild. The Orisa Monkey combo, which I honestly did not think would work that well, worked spectacularly because, you know, Chase on the Orisa with the bongos and the halts and everything is just setting up Monkey to do, you know, what Monkey does, which is go in, do a lot of damage, get primal, and then just go ape.
Yeah, I mean, and we did see, we saw Topo just go ape that entire series. He was just incredible on that Winston. Not a lot of people below Diamond are that skilled on the Winston, especially in Primal Rage. You don't see that. You just don't.
Oh yeah, I mean the mechanics are just insane. It takes some time and it takes some skill for sure. And we do have some stats from Topo here on the Winston. I mean they've got to be insane. I mean just look at this: 28 eliminations is just, and only 3 deaths throughout that entire match, which is insane because Winston is a character that just blows up if you make like one little mistake. So. I mean, very comfortable from Topo here. They would definitely get my vote for MVP of this series.
Definitely. I wish we had a Primal Rage kill counter for this. I would love to see how many Primal Rage kills he got.
A lot.
He definitely got a lot in that series. We saw 4 ultimates used from him, and I feel like he was getting at least 2 kills per Primal Rage, which is very unheard of. Like I said, again, especially in below Diamond. That wow, what an incredible run from the side of Borderline Bronze. Everyone on that team was just stellar. Topo might have stood out more than the rest, but you can't stop talking about Orcus, Shrimpy. Some great plays on that DPS as well, and the support line keeping everyone alive.
Yeah, for sure.
That you've definitely got to highlight them and shout them out. But that's gonna do it for this rookie matchup of the night. We do have another matchup coming in the intermediate division, and but that's gonna be in a little after a short break, about 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. The intermediate division matchup is right after this.
You're from another planet. I've never felt like this. I don't know how I ever survived without it. I'm starry-eyed. Got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the clouds, dance with them. Take a trip around your body. Boy, I love the way you got me. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed. Couldn't fight if I wanted. Flying to places that I never thought I could go. You're a meteor shower, falling down all over me. Yeah, you're making me glow. Couldn't fight if I wanted. Flying to places that I never thought I could go. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed. Yeah, got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the clouds, dance with them. Take a trip around your body. Boy, I love the way you got me. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed. Got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the clouds, dance with them. Take a trip around your body. Boy, I love the way you got me. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed. Got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the clouds, dance with them. Take a trip around your body.
Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Alright, 'cause I'm free. Freer than I've ever been before. Yeah. charm. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my charm. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Alright, 'cause I'm free. I'm freer than I've ever been before. Yeah. push me away, your lifeline. Losing your mind. I'm here for you, babe. I've loved you the same this whole time. So tell me, what's on your mind? And I'm not here to hear you say you're fine. I can take the pain you hold inside. I wanna know, wanna see it. Can I feel your kryptonite? Can't get this off my mind. Does it only control you? Let me in, I'll help you out. I won't lose you this time. Can I feel your kryptonite? Can I feel your kryptonite? You think you're too far, but I'm where you are, you know. I said I won't leave your side. They left you bare, but I'm begging you, stare in my eyes for you. Yeah, I give my life. And I'm not here to hear you say you're fine. I can take the pain you hold inside. I wanna know, wanna see it. Can I feel your kryptonite? Can't get this off my mind. Does it only control you? Let me in, I'll help you out. I won't lose you this time. Can I feel your kryptonite? Can I feel your kryptonite? I wanna know, wanna see it. Can I feel your kryptonite? I'm here to hear you say you're fine. I wanna know, wanna see it. Can I feel your kryptonite? Can't get this off my mind. Does it only control you? Let me in, I'll help you out. I won't lose you this time.
One more wine, one more whiskey, and we just kept the car in park and dim the headlights so we see the stars. Let them tell us where we should start. And I'm scared as hell because there's no way to know how this goes. But I can't help but say I promise to give you my all. But it might break me. It might break me, break me. It might break me, break me. It might break me down. I won't let you down. But it might break me, break me. It might break me, break me. It might break me down. It might break me. It might break me. It might break me. It might break me down. But it might break me. It might break me. It might break me. It might break me down. But it might break me. The sight of you, it makes me dizzy. And when you're gone, I miss your face. Tonight I'll meet you in our favorite place. And just can't let this wait one more day. But I'm scared as hell, and there's just no way to know how this goes. And I can't help but say, trusting why you are so beautiful. But it might break me. It might break me, break me. It might break
watch you step. That's not a threat, no. My heart is a house of cards. They had those shaky hands, they let me fall apart. And I know it shows, yeah. You keep me on my toes, yeah. Just one more song, yeah, yeah. Play it till I'm gone. When I start thinking, all my demons start creeping in. When Love to watch the way you made me into a mess. Hands on my dress, neon red. You were everything I didn't need until you left. Now I'm dancing around my living room. I get drunk on the thought of you and I, when you were mine. See your eyes in every stranger. I replay the way that we were till I'm high. No, it's not right. I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I miss you kissing me like you used to, like only you do. You know the good things are never as good as the bad, and your love is better than anything I've ever had. Oh, I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I know you're gone, and you probably just forgot me. Yeah, you're moving on, but I can't let go. 'Cause I'm still sleeping with the moments, lying with your ghost. Now I'm dancing around my living room. I get drunk on the thought of you and I, and you're not mine. But I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I miss you kissing me like you used to, like only you do. You know the good things are never as good as the bad, and your love is better than anything I've ever had. Oh, I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. Heart overhead, and I guess I love to watch the way you made me into a mess. I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I miss you kissing me like you used to, like only you do. You know the good things are never as good as the bad, and your love is better than anything I've ever had. Oh, I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. You know the good things are never as good as the bad, and your love is better than anything I've ever had. Oh, I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. When we were 15, I remember car rides, small fights, conversations all night. I never saw you as anything more than a friend, but now I see you in a new light. We're getting older, there's a sparkle in your eyes that wasn't there before. You give me butterflies, it makes me wonder if there could be something more. We were only kids when we first met. Now let's discover what we haven't yet. I don't wanna wonder what could have been. So baby, take my hand and let my love in. When we were 15, when we were 15, I remember car rides,
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to this intermediate division matchup: Riptide versus Paradise Tempest. I'm not username _intel. You're not dividing.
I wish I
But-
was dividing. Handsome fellow right there. I mean, hey, I have a YouTube channel.
But we are Joker's Ransom. He is Rudy. And we're here casting this intermediate division. Sorry for the long wait, but we're ready to go. And how are you doing now after that short little break, Rudy?
Well, apparently during the break, I got a name change. I already changed my name like last week. I used to have a different gamer tag, and then I just recently changed it to be Rudy, and now apparently I'm an entirely different name. So
There we go.
Hey, there we go, we're back. Hey, what's up, guys? But yeah, no, I'm feeling refreshed. That last game that we had, a bit on the short side, I will say. It could have been longer. I would have liked for it to be longer, but you know what? We got a new game. We're an intermediate now. These players are a teeny bit better. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna show for us today.
Yeah, definitely. And we're gonna be starting out on the same first map that we did our first round of this series. We're gonna be starting out on Lijiang Tower, and then it's a mystery from where we go on from that. But it should be exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, if last match was any indication, and then from what I've seen, teams of all levels play. I mean, a Rush Symmetra is definitely like the preferred composition on a bunch of these points, like Control Center and also Night Market, Symmetra Rush. Throw a little bit of like May, Junkrat, Reaper in there as well, or you could even go a completely different direction, play something like a Wrecking Ball spam composition. But looks like we're going to be starting off on towers. Actually, no, we're going to be pausing. Somebody needs to run to the restroom real quick, I guess. No problemo.
Looks like it. We don't know the reason for the pause, but we'll see what we see. We did see the first map, however, and I believe it was
the tower. It was the
yes.
I don't remember the names of like the mini maps. Gardens, yes,
Yeah.
It is Gardens. Sorry, we're bad casters. We got to memorize those. But yeah, Gardens is definitely a map that is kind of synonymous in my mind with like Pharah compositions. But definitely you can also run stuff like the Dive and the Brawl there as well. We didn't get a chance to see what those teams were about to run, but that's like some type of like Pharah shenanigans is what I imagine is going to be run here.
Yeah, definitely. Or on the flip side, we could just see some more Symmetra compositions here as well, as we do get unpaused, and now we get to see what we're gonna see from these teams to start off to begin with. But and they keep teasing me. Are we?
Yeah.
Or we're restarting. Okay. And we're going to a different map now. Unfortunate. We talk about Pharah-based compositions. Now we're going to a brawl-heavy map, like we started out on our first matchup. But do you expect the same things?
Nah, I mean, you can force the Pharah here. I've seen people do it in the past and be successful with it. It's not uncommon, but obviously the most common composition is some type of Rhine Junkrat combination here. Junkrat is like, this is probably Junkrat's best map in combination with like Anubis or something like that because of the tight choke points on Control Center. These teams are kind of teasing us with different things, however. Paradise maybe going to be leaning more towards a divey composition with an Ana Lucio. That'll be pretty cool. Or maybe Lucio to start off with, and then probably going to switch over to Mercy after he gets the speed boost and to pocket the Pharah that's going to be on their team.
I'm very scared.
Is Bastion just going to be playing Bastion? It is name appropriate, but
looks like that though. But Ryan already using the immortality field. Unfortunate.
Look at this rotation.
Yeah, I mean, and we're seeing what we were expecting to see from their most played heroes so far. But It's still confusing to see a Doomfist Bastion composition coming out from Riptide as they do get this 2 picks in their favor to begin with in this fight. They've already got this point on lock. Nemi trying to turn it back, but it's not going to be enough as they've got this point on lock.
This Far is going to have a really tough time against this Bastion. I mean, if Bastion manages to get set up in a comfortable position, they can just tear down the Pharah in like a matter of a second or two. So Pharah has to play really conservatively. Thankfully, he does have their barrage with them, so they might be able to catch the Bastion out if they attempt to set up.
Well, Nemi did get a pick in that to begin this fight off with. The barrage is already online from Lars, and they're going to have to push in and do this barrage if they want to recontest. The barrage is out, but it's not going to get any value. However, Mr. Waffle takes down Lars in the sky. Up to 40% now, and the Bastion is in a tank configuration, but it's not going to be the Bastion getting the kill. It's going to be Muyo on the Reinhardt, and it's up to 50% now.
Yeah, I mean, the barrage from Lars almost caught out Muyu on the Reinhardt, but unfortunately there was no follow-up from the rest of the team. You see, they still have all their ultimates, so unfortunate bit of miscommunication right there. Lars ends up losing that barrage, but they will have all these other ultimates to go to. You no longer have to worry about the tank configuration from Bastion. I mean, the only thing that you really have to worry about is this shatter from Muyo. Oh, but Fit goes down.
Yeah, Lars getting Fit out of this fight, and there's goes the tap visor from Neme from up on high. Lars getting picked in this favor. Neme with 2 with the tap visor as well, tying it in favor of Paradise Tempest, and they do finally get to capture percentage started.
Not an unsurprising outcome given the ult bank disparity, and the great thing is that Paradise didn't even use all of their ults. They still have some to cycle throughout the remaining one. Bastion only is up to 40%. You will have Beat and Flux coming in for Reptiles, though they can use that to engage, but another barrage has been built up here. Oh, doesn't get a chance to use it.
Taking them down before they can get any value from the barrage, but it's not gonna matter as the rest of Paradise Tempest getting killed in their favor. The swings onto the Bastion, the Flux being used by Top, trying to get some value, gonna get a lot of people low, and this might be enough to push back into the fray. But and just as I say that, 2 picks going in favor of Riptide. They've got point control now with that the Reinhardt and Sigma on lock. Bastion also set up to do as much damage as possible. The tank configuration is out. The Pharah is nanoed, but it's not going to matter as it's all blue in the kill feed, and Riptide looking really strong here, up to 85%, and might not have a chance to touch if you're Paradise Tempest.
Yeah, they're switching over to, I mean, Neme might potentially be able to touch the point. Ooh, Yanni gets taken down here.
And they do get the touch, and it's going to be Neme getting 2 in this fight, and this should bode well for the side of Paradise Tempest. However, Ta getting 2 in this fight could change it as well. Muyo laying down the shatter, not going to get any kills, however, after getting those 2 down on the ground, but and now it is going to be all Paradise Tempest, and they do have a new lease on life.
Yeah, Bastion had to back up there in order to, stave off the pressure. That allowed Lars to really get in there, not under pressure anymore. They can be in the open air and finish off the targets like they're kind of meant to in this sort of composition. Lars is doing pretty well, to be honest, under the amount of pressure from the hit scan that he's under on all times.
Yeah, definitely he's doing some great things on this Pharah. The Amp Matrix is out from Ryan, but the Paradise Tempest just being able to play around it with this top that they're running. There goes the Credit Flux, and getting the Ana Ari out of this fight is huge for the side of Riptide, but it's not gonna look like it matters at all. But Bastion turns it back, getting 2 in this fight, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough as Azukari on the Winston. You're gonna get 2 kills in their favor, and they're gonna be able to win this out, it looks like, as the Wrecking Ball is trying to touch, but no. Neme gets a pick on the Fid, who is also almost there, but Paradise Tempest coming back and winning round 1 on Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, very impressive stuff from Paradise Tempest. Definitely keeping the damage from the Bastion at bay. Can I just say also, I'm super glad that Bastion is okay. Well, as soon as I say, I was about to say I was gonna be super glad that Bastion is staying on Bastion, so that I don't have to say that Bastion is on another hero like Soldier. But now Bastion is on Soldier, so I can't win here. I'm sorry. But it looks like they will be switching things up. Both teams probably gonna opt to run some dive. Looks like Azukari might be on the ball here, so Winston Ball for their composition.
Very odd from both of these teams, not really running the traditional stuff that you see here. Yeah, but we'll see how it gets on. Lars already trying to chunk down the back line of Riptide here, but they do have this diva up Ta as Vid gonna start it off. Neme going down to an arrow to the skull. As Ta getting out Magic Turtle, and it's already in favor of Riptide as Ta gets another tick. This off tank for Riptide has been stellar so far for them, as they are going to get this point unlocked like last time. But like last time, they could last time they still lost the map.
I see what you're saying. I mean, Tao was actually phenomenal on Control Center. His fluxes were actually really good. They caught out the supports and the tanks and made losing fights very winnable, and looks like he's doing the same. It's going to be really up to him. I mean, Lars switches off of Pharah. He doesn't want to deal with the aggression coming in from Tao.
I mean, it kind of makes sense if you are Lars, but a nice pile driver by Azukari into the backline, getting Bastion out of this fight, but it's turned back with a big boot by Mr. Waffle. Oh my goodness, you can't do that. You can't have your your main healer and that Soldier go down to Mr. Waffle on the Lucio there.
Yeah, that was a really good opportunity for them to go in with on the back of that pick from Azukari. But I mean, Lucio is so powerful when it comes to getting these random, just kills off the side of the map. That's a big reason why he's such a popular pick. He's gonna be able to get it again. No, he's gonna be getting the Winston, and he's gonna get caught out here because of the anti.
Yeah, and big anti-nade coming in from Wrigley Dawn on the side of Paradise Tempest, but it's really even at this moment. Both teams have got 3 picks, I feel like, in their favor, but Finn gonna turn it up, gonna get a headshot kill onto Lars, turn it in favor of Riptide. The Primal Rage is out, also from Muyo, and gonna get Rig down off the side of the map, and it's looking really strong, up to 85% right now for Riptide.
Yeah, they just can't get past this bridge choke point, and now there's only 10% left for them to even attempt to get on the map. They will be able to. They have Ball and Monkey. If they don't touch point, it'll be an absolute travesty. Neme setting up for a potential pulse bomb kill. Will he be able to get the stick? No, unfortunately not.
The pulse bomb does not stick. Ben Fizz getting a Dragon Strike kill is all they need to finish this off, as no one can touch again, as it is 100-0. Very strong showing from Riptide on round 2.
Yeah, I mean, 100-0 definitely was in their comfort zone, and it'll be interesting to see if they continue to stick on. No, it looks like they're actually going to be switching off onto a Reinhardt composition. Like I said, Reinhardt Symmetra, very popular because you can use the TP on that top window, and you could also do some crazy things with baiting TPs, and her wall is just really good on this map as well. Looks like Fid might also be going onto the Doomfist, which is also a very popular pick. And Paradise, okay, no, I thought they were doing some Wrecking Ball stuff, which would have been very ballsy, but no, it looks like they're also going to be doing Symmetra.
I see what you did there.
That was totally on purpose. Yes, very on purpose.
But we already see Vid trying to get so much damage in, getting some shields built up, but they're walking into a Symmetra. Lars already getting set up, and it's, oh my goodness, it's already a full charge photon beam in the favor of Paradise Tempest. You can't walk into that if you are the side of Riptide and come out alive.
Yeah, you gotta be keeping your Symmetra up. Oh, Waffles does escape with his life at the very least, but yeah, I mean, Symmetra going down earlier in that fight, it just gives such a clear advantage to Paradise, and it looks like they might want to be swapping off a bit. So Fid onto the Pharah here, Bastion onto the Reaper.
Yeah, but Fid already taking down Neme in this fight, which is going to be big. That's a lot of damage gone for Paradise Tempest. And a Shatter coming out, gonna get 3 down. That could change it in favor of Paradise Tempest. Azakari getting 2 in this fight. And that is all they need. The full charge Symmetra beam as well. Lars gonna get so much damage done. And gonna get those final blows as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, the pressure coming out from Fid wasn't enough. Azakari just kind of went down mid and laid down the shatter of a lifetime there. Very big indeed. Bastion, you know what? I'm just gonna be going back to Bastion, guys. I'm feeling it. I'm not feeling the Soldier. I'm not feeling the Reaper. Just want to get the Bastion here, which is going to be very interesting to see how they manage to do, because he's essentially like the Soldier replacement in this competition, or the Reaper replacement.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting. And Azakari going, fading away, but Fid is going to turn it back with 2 kills of their own with the Mirage. That is going to be all they need. 3 from Fid and 2 from, just as I say that, 4 from Fid, and the team kill gong is there for Riptide, as it was getting very shaky, up to 77% for Paradise Tempest.
Yeah, very smart swap from Fid, recognizing that they can get a lot of value off of the Pharah because there's not really any like proper hit scan on Paradise Tempest, and it forces the switch from Neme onto this McCree. Hopefully trying to get something, but the Shatter laid down. It's just so many.
The Shatter is so many, but there's no follow-up thanks to a lot. Thanks to a nice immortality field from Ira on the Baptiste, as Lars is getting a kill on the Tau in this fight already. They've got things necessary to go into this. The Photon Barrier is out from Lars in this fight, and they've got damage on point, but it's not going to be enough to keep it, to flip it over into their favor, as Bastion getting a kick with the tank configuration. And it's still holding strong for Riptide.
This is such a fun map. Seeing the Bastion just trying to pepper down people as they attempt to, go past the doorway onto the point, and then they get the tank configuration and then you have both Pharah and Bastion raining down bombs. It's just, this is a lot of fun. I like this so much.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this as well. Now they need to push into this, but Fid has this barrage on the line here, Rudy. It's going to be really difficult to push onto the point with Fid's barrage on the line, but Bastion goes down, but Fid is going to turn it back, getting 2 of their own, but going to be caught out by Lars, who swapped over to this Pharah. Shatter coming out, going to get Magic Turtle down, and still, it's not going to be enough for the side of Paradise Tempest, as Fid and company going to be able to hold on to this point. It's up to 99%. There's trying to touch, but the Bastion is going to be set up, and an Amp Matrix is on point as the overtime bar ticks down, as no one can touch, as Riptide taking map 1.
A nice couple of little direct shots from Fid to seal off the map. Bastion on that last point almost acted as sort of the bait, both of the tanks going after the Bastion to try to get them down early. This allowed Fid to set up for that huge barrage, and by the way, this is that big boop that we unfortunately didn't really get to see. Mr. Raffle, all the freedom in the world to just go and get that 2K real quick. Very nice from both teams actually showing off a lot of good stuff here, but it is going to be Riptide that gets the cap in the end with their bit of silly antics. I will say it's a little silly.
Yeah, definitely a little silly. We do have a Pharah comparison between Fid and Lars, or it's Losh. It's pronounced Losh, not Lars. Sorry. But they do have the similar amount of eliminations, but the final blows on the side of Fid, and with so much less time. Wow.
Yeah, I mean Lars was on Farah for pretty much like most of that map. That was definitely his comfort pick. Fid just kind of wanted to swap into it to complement the Bastion and also as a direct response to the composition that Paradise was running. And Fid was able to get a lot of value off of the Farah because he was able to get those final blows. He was able to convert the damage from the Bastion and everybody else into final blows with a nice little couple of directs and also a really good barrage here too. So although Lars had some impressive numbers, Fid was just kind of utilizing Farah in a really cool way and in a really effective way in that last map.
Yeah. And now, well, we've got to see where we are being taken by, I believe, Paradise Tempest. I think it is loser picks.
Yes, it
I'm
is
not
loser's
sure.
pick.
Okay, cool.
Next
That
map
wasn't
is gonna be is Assault
it would
or
be a
Hybrid. My bad.
It would be a
It is hybrid.
next. And on their team sheet, they do like Numbani, so we could be going back to Africa yet again in our series today. We did go to Numbani earlier in our previous series, but we'll see when we get the confirmation of what map we are going to be running. Oh, and they are going to be asking for a little break. So are we going to send it to a break, DeLuca? I don't know.
Well, we'll go ahead and see if we do that. Numani is a map where I can definitely see Riptide running more Bastion Farah. Bastion has like so many places to set up, like on the high ground of defense. I don't know how that's gonna work on attack, but when you actually get that first point captured, you can maybe turn Bastion into a bit of a pirate ship when the cart becomes activated. I just want to see more Bastion Farah. I haven't had this much fun in like so long.
Yeah, I know. It's really interesting to see just teams not run conventional meta and still get value out of this as uh, it's just not normal to see teams running Bastion Farah, but still getting value out of it even in this current time. But no one's really running that true meta that we're seeing develop a lot. But who knows? Control might be the outlier here. It's a weird map style. But
For sure.
hybrid will maybe see more of a conventional style from both of these teams. It's really just really depends on like I said before in the previous series. It's really just about people what they're comfortable on.
Yeah, and I mean they're as comfortable as can be on the Bastion. They tried to swap off of it mid map onto like the Soldier and the Reaper. It did not work out for them as well. Bastion seems to be Bastion's clear favorite. Who would have thought? I also think obviously you also had Waffle and Muyu doing some great work on on their roles as well. And Fid, I was talking before the map actually that like whenever I see a person that has like a funny name like Fid, I automatically want to root for them, and Fid's given me a reason to want to root for them.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
Fid is fit
Fid
and
is popping
as a fiddle.
off. He is popping off this first map, especially on that Farah. We did see those Farah stats in such less time, doing just as much work as Lars was, and hopefully we get to see more of it. Especially if it is Numbani, we'll probably see more of that Farah because it is just it's a big staple of Numbani, but we still really don't know what we're gonna see because we don't know the map yet.
Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, now that I realize we've just been kind of talking like they did pick Numbani. They haven't picked a map yet, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be a little bit wild. But they could also pick, I believe, there is a substitute actually.
Yeah,
There's a substitute coming in for I believe it's
Hawk for Neme. Hawk is coming in from the bench. The flex DPS who likes to play Hanzo. And we're not going to Dumbunny. We're going to Scrims Row or Kings Row, whatever you like to call it. Kings Row is a very popular map, and it's not a surprise that we're going there.
Yeah, okay. And so this means we're probably going to be seeing a lot more traditional rush compositions. We were seeing that last time as well. I'm interested to see if Bastion will continue to pick Bastion on this map, as I think there are a lot of better options. Although I would say that for every other map as well, but obviously we're dealing with Bastion here.
Yeah.
So
It'll be really interesting to see if they stick with what they were running on Lijiang Tower, or go back and play this traditional, brawl style that you always see on Kings Row. It'll be a nice change of pace if Riptide stick with what they've been running, and not see Ryan Zarya, Ryan Diva, whatever you will, and then that May Cowboy or May Reaper. It'll be a nice change of pace, but that's what I'm expecting to see from both these teams until, well, obviously we don't see that.
I will say now that Paradise Tempest actually knows that Bastion is probably going to be playing Bastion most of the time, they can suit their composition to deal with that. Like obviously picking Diva instead of something like a Zarya would be pretty good in terms of countering Bastion. It looks like we're actually going to be seeing some more subs actually coming in for Riptide.
Yeah, Transpo is coming in for Ta on the off tank role. Interesting. And Muyo is going out for Nova. So on their team sheet, they've got Orisa Hog, which is interesting. We'll say the least, specifically for Kings Row. You wouldn't expect to see an Orisa Hog being ran on this map, but who knows? Who knows with this team?
I highly doubt it.
Who knows?
It's Kings Row. I mean, come on. Like, if you're not playing Ryan, you're throwing.
Pretty much.
Although I will say that these kind of niche compositions on Kings Row can very often lead to just like if you run like something crazy like an Orisa Hog on attack and like take the defenders by surprise, you can kind of snowball it through first point into second point if you play your cards right. But I mean, Orisa Hog is just such a weak tank line at the moment. It's just Orisa isn't really able to stand on their own really as a main tank without a lot of support. So I mean, if it did happen, I would be down for it because I love my Roadhog. But I doubt it.
Yeah, I would doubt it too. But just as I say that, we do see the Orisa being locked from the defensive side. And, well...
What is happening? What are
I
you
don't
doing?
know currently. It's looking like we're seeing a Orisa Zarya?
Orisa Zarya on both sides? Are they going to stick with this on Paradise?
I don't know. If they do,
was there a balance patch that just came through that like made Orisa like all powerful again? What is happening here?
I have no idea. I have no idea. We're seeing Bastion on the Soldier yet again with Fid on the Doomfist. It's gonna be really. I'm so confused.
Are there hero bans? Did we ban Reinhardt after the map 1?
Well,
all right. I mean, like. You know what? Let's roll with it for a little bit. I'm willing to entertain this as a semi, maybe not a throw from both sides.
Is already down. Unfortunate. Just got focused down after the bubble was popped from Transmo, and now they are going to be swapping over to Fid on to the Tracer now. But it's Paradise Tempest just taking this point on lock right now. Hawk getting a pick. Bastion trying to turn it around, but it might not be enough. You can't do as much as you'd like to if you are a soldier. They got another pick. They do get Hawk, however, but they do have the They have contested for the moment, but it's not going to be enough. They've already, there's no way they lose this point now. It's up to 99.7%, and they do finally unlock it in a big time bank going into Streets phase here.
Yeah, some heroics from Bastion didn't really end up going through. I think if he had applied just a little bit more pressure on that flank high ground position, the rest of his team would have been able to come in and contest, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Looks like, is Nova going to be caught off guard here? No, okay, they're going to be granted support from the rest of the team. Lucio, speed boost, almighty, thank you very much. Hawk, looking out for any potential flanks and early window here.
Yeah, early window, gonna get a lot of damage down from on high from Paradise or from Riptide, and the Tag Visor is gonna be out from Bastion, but it is going to be caught out immediately by Magic Turtle on the D.Va with that defensive matrix. It's gonna be huge, and there goes the Dragon Strike through the point, almost getting some people down. The D.Va copy is there as well, trying to build up to this self-destruct copy and try to get some kills from it, but right now they don't need it, it seems. There's the self-destruct over the top. Not going to get anyone, however, but it's not going to matter if they've already won that team fight.
Nice little ult combination there. The Dragons from Hawk actually manages to pin a bunch of the members into that little corner, kind of trap them there. This allows Lars to get that D.Va copy and able to apply a lot of damage to them just from the sky coming in from above. Oh my gosh, look at that. Nova just gets melted down because of the window.
And two sticky bomb kills coming in from Lars there, and they've just been steamrolling this attack so far. They're up. They've got 5 minutes to go, and they're already on point 3. This is looking really good for Paradise Tempest. Hawk getting a nice pick onto Bastion. And yeah, it's looking really good for Paradise Tempest right now.
Yeah, they're doing this without having to commit any ultimates, and they're just kind of applying pressure, getting these early picks with the ultimates that are necessary, and that's it, not overcommitting too much.
Yeah, the Dragon Strike going to be used, as well as the Bongos, the Supercharger from both sides being used, but Bastion going to be getting the fruits of that extra damage boost to start off with. They're going to be able to hold out for the first time on their defense, does Riptide.
Yeah, but look at the damage that it's done to their, their time bank. Paradise has 4 minutes to attempt to move the cart only a couple more meters in this direction.
Yeah, well, they do. Nova did swap over to the Monkey here, trying to get some cleave damage in, trying to do some things, but Magic Turtle already catches them out in this fight, and there goes the self-destruct, trying to get some value. Nothing doing from that self-destruct. The other self-destruct coming over the top, not going to get any value from that either, as Hawk does get a headshot kill, and it's now unlocked. Paradise Tempest have this cart, and they've got the Brig caught out. But Bastion trying to turn it back and to get 2 picks, one with the Tag Visor, and they're going to be able to stop it in its tracks. They still got 3 minutes to go, but if they can keep this hold going like they've been, they could get the stop before the end.
Yeah, 3 minutes is a bit of an ask, especially now that the card is so much closer. The reason they were able to contest that card at the very end was because the cart was kind of at the corner, but now it's even closer to the end point, so now you won't even get kind of the advantages of a quick spawn advantage. Ooh, and if it goes down, Transpo's just kind of caught out in no man's land.
Hawk's gonna be using another Dragon Strike, but Nova with the Nano Boost gonna get some.
No, touch the point!
Hawk downers. Oh my goodness! You almost saw Charlie Niner there. The rally coming out, and a Charlie Niner is in fact what we see, as Fid does not touch the point in time, as Paradise Tempest do get all 3 points with a pretty decent time bank, 2 minutes and 31 seconds, but obviously not what you wanted if you're Paradise Tempest coming into point 3 with 5 minutes on the board.
Yeah, not good at all. I mean, Transpo and Nova were kind of trying their best to target the back line as dive tanks tend to do. Unfortunately, it meant that they were leaving the rest of their team out to deal with the Orisa that had a window in front of her, and so she just melts down the opposition in front of her. And no Diva Matrix from Transpo means that they're going to be burned down really quickly. So they will get Paradise Tempest will get the third point on lock here, and now it's going to be their turn on defense. This is their composition that they're running on defense. Behold, ladies and gentlemen.
Hog and ball. Hog and ball. Hog and ball.
This yeah, I mean, just
double.
I'm just witnessing it. Like, I can't. It's my job to put words to this, and I can't. I physically cannot. Is Transpo coming out on Hog 2? What's happening on this map?
Well, you know, this used to be meta. You know where this used to be meta? On PlayStation.
Ago.
On PlayStation. This is where it's
meta. Okay.
But
so they switched over to PlayStation for this map, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, that's what it seems like at the moment. But this is that's a nice rollout coming in from Azukari. Gonna call out, catch out Mr. Waffle, and that's gonna be a lot of damage gone for Riptide now without that Discord Orb.
Yeah, I mean, Riptide's kind of at a loss in what to do here, and Azukari's just doing another spawn camp. No big deal. Gonna attack the Hanzo. Wasn't able to get the Mega in time. It wasn't available, and now Riptide has the opportunity to come in here and do some damage.
Yeah, as Transpo gets out Magic Turtle on this Roadhog, and now they've got this point control without any contest from the opposing tanks here, as Rigmidon is on high trying to get some damage done, but oh my god, just as I say that, Hawk already getting 2 in this fight, trying to turn it back. They've got the wrecking ball back, but Ryan does take out Azukare in the end, and they're just trying to hold on for as long as possible, but it does not seem possible with that amplification matrix online. They do unlock with a similar time bank.
There's some shenanigans going on screen right now, so apologies for me. As the color, it's my job to do analysis, but I'm just so befuddled. All right, Azukari's got mines, so they're going to be able to go in at least and engage with the cart if Azukari is able to get some good mines down. But look at such a forward positioning from Riptide. They do not want to let Azukari get any ground whatsoever. They're doing a really good job of keeping them at bay.
Yeah, it's looking good as, a nice hook coming in from Transpo. Gonna get Ira out of this fight. That's gonna be a lot of just big for Riptide. Magic Turtle does get Nova, and Lars turns it back, getting Bastion as well. It's an even trade at the moment, but you definitely wish you had that Mercy for that res at this time. As Lars still doing some work and getting another pick as well. And they're going to be able to hold it for a little bit of time.
Yeah, Lars doing some crazy good work. Azukari also doing a good job on distraction duties as well. They didn't even have to use the mines there, and now you'll have double support ultimate to kind of survive anything that Riptide tries to throw at you. Still got 30 minutes on the time bank. Look at this. Lars is being pressured out of high ground here by Transpo. I mean, there's nothing scarier than seeing, looking down a hallway and seeing a big Roadhog just coming towards you.
Yeah, it seems to be an ultimate fiesta as Mr. Waffle starting it off with a pick on the Magic Turtle. Both Transcendences being used in response, one to that Gravitic Flux we saw from Nova, but it's still looking good for the side of Riptide. They've got the kills in their favor at the moment, but just as I say, the Hawk has another Dragon Strike online in this fight. They're going to be just touching out Azukare with the whole Hog. It's now up to Sigma recontest, and they do get a good recontest and picks going in favor of Paradise Tempest. Hawk just annihilating on this Hanzo right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a combination of him, Rig putting down those Discord orbs, allowing Lars and Hawk to both do insane damage, and Magic staying alive on the cart. Ozakari is he's just plowing through the enemies. They can't stop him. They got, you got two tanks. I mean, Bastion's switching over to the McCree here. I think he's had enough of the Doomfist and the Wrecking Ball combo.
Well, it makes sense, obviously, to switch over to the McCree if you're getting CC'd to high heaven with the composition that Paradise Tempest is running. But Rig already starting off, getting Ryan out of this fight. It's a massive amount of healing gone for Riptide. Sigma ultimate being used here from Magic Turtle, and gonna get 2-1 with the help of the Dragon Strike from Hawk yet again. Hawk and Magic Turtle still holding strong on this defense here, as Paradise Tempest has brought this down to under about 1:30.
One of the great things about running the Sigma with these two DPS is that you could use those two ults in very good combinations. I mean, the Flux and the Dragons combo was awesome too, but you also had the options of Flux and then Meteor. What's it called? Meteor Smash? I can't think. Meteor Strike. I can't think. This game is just too intense. Oh no, Yanni goes down right off the bat.
Yeah, no, Ryan, Hawk has just been incredible on this Hanzo. The minefield is going to be out from Azukari, getting a pick onto Transpo as well. Another pick onto Mr. Waffle. It's down to 60 seconds remaining, and they've still got ultimates to speak of, and Hawk will definitely have this Dragon Strike as well if he keeps playing like he's been playing so far.
Yeah, and Riptide's got nothing, really. I mean, the closest thing they have is this copy, which, I mean, what do you even use? You can't, I guess you can copy something like the Doomfist here to try to get some one kill potential, one kill potential, but I don't know. He's being kept at bay for now.
Yeah, they are indeed being kept at bay, especially by Hawk, who starts it off yet again with a pick onto Mr. Waffle. They're going to get the focusing beam kill onto Magic Turtle, which is going to be big. They were almost to a Gravitic Flux, but it does not matter as Hawk with another 2K Dragon Strike. Lars getting in on the action as well. It's down to 6 seconds. The Meteor Strike is out, getting a kill, which is impressive, as Paradise Tempest. Wow, what a defense from them, as Hawk just unloads onto the enemy team with so much damage and so much done from Hawk. But we're not going to see a play of the game from Hawk. We're going to see Lars on the Echo here.
Yeah, just sitting on cart. No worries in the world. Oh wow, did you see that? That was kind of a crazy kill onto Bastion right there. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough to lead their team.
Oh my goodness, Hawk was just incredible, and we're going to have a stats card for Hawk on Kings Row. Well, you know, it's a good reason his most played hero is Hanzo for the team. 34 elims, 23 final blows. Oh my goodness,
7 dragons.
And he got value with every Dragon Strike. Even if he didn't get kills, he split up the team and made it for everyone else on his side to be able to collapse onto those people that are split apart. And that was just some textbooks Hanzo play from Hawk. I'm very impressed by that showing there.
Yeah, I mean, it had Riptide a bit flummoxed. They tried every single combination of, they went through high ground, they went through streets, through the mega, probably down the stair. They tried to go down the stairs every single time. They had some, because of all the disruption, they were just getting disrupted so many times. You had the Doomfist and the Wrecking Ball, and then Zenyatta just piling in damage. Zenyatta and Hawk both piling in damage. So, I mean, great showing from Paradise there. Really fun map, and I think we got ourselves a series here.
We definitely do, and you're not going to want to miss any of it as we do head to a short little intermission. Escort is right after this break.
15, I remember car rides, small fights, conversations all night. I never saw you as anything more than a friend, but now I see you in a new light. We're getting older. There's a sparkle in your eyes that wasn't there before. You give me butterflies. It makes me wonder if there could be something more. We were only kids when we first met. Now let's discover what we haven't yet. I don't wanna wonder what could have been. So baby, take my hand and let my love in. When we were 15, I remember car rides, conversations all night. When we were 15. There you go again, looking so handsome. Oh, you have your way, and it's making me weaken. You and your stylist, walking like that. It's really getting too much, but I can't pull back. Though I try to resist, I can't fight this. And no one makes me feel like you do. And no one sets my body on fire. And no one gives me shivers like you. Oh, no one does it better. How I try to sleep, but you're deep in my mind. Got a hold of me. When I'm awake, I'm all blind. You and your magic, like infinite power. God knows I try to resist, but you're pulling me closer. Oh, I gotta stay away, but you won't let me. No one makes me feel like you do. And no one sets my body on fire. And no one gives me shivers like you. Oh, no one does it better.
Okay.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the intermediate matchup of the night. Riptide versus Paradise Tempest. And it's all tied up 1-1 after a big defense coming in from Paradise Tempest on Kings Row. And now we're heading to the Western United States from London, taking a little train, an airplane trip, and we're going to Route 66.
Yeah, I was showing off my Route 66 impression to the producer off stream. He was very impressed by it. I won't, because it's a one-time deal, but I killed it. Just say I killed it. Here's a little sample. That's a little bit of sample right there.
Sick.
Very sick.
Live music on the broadcast. Where else can you find that?
I do it all,
Overwatch
folks.
League?
I do it all.
Go
But
ahead.
I mean, yeah. So Route 66 next map. I think we do have some substitutes as well. We're gonna be seeing Muyo and Ta from the first map coming back in to Riptide. They played on the first map, and although I think Ta had some pretty good performances on like the Sigma and stuff like that, unfortunately it wasn't enough. Actually, no, they did win that map. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then they got subbed out. So looks like they want to run it back with the classic Ta carry. Azukari, by the way, on that last map was absolutely putting in some work on the Wrecking Ball. I don't think I gave him enough credit. But they were just putting in some just great distraction. Their pile drives were absolutely amazing, and they were allowing Hawk and Lars to get as much, damage as they ended up doing. So, unfortunately not gonna be seeing Azukari on the Wrecking Ball. They are gonna be on the Monkey, however. So, maybe they can get something similar in terms of impact.
Yes, Dive Mirror on Route 66. These teams are running such strange compositions to me. You normally don't see it. I feel like you usually see a double shield, maybe.
Yeah, some type of bunker.
Definitely more on the defense, but we're seeing this dive coming in, the double bubble from this defense as well. It's really interesting to see. Nothing doing so far from either of these squads, but they can't contest this cart currently, as Paradise Tempest is just getting some pre-cart progress, as Muyo is trying to keep this contested for a wee bit, but It's very difficult to keep the unlocked with the dive compositions that both of these teams are running it. As Azukari is going to be caught out but not fall, and as Hawk going to start the first pick in this entire engagement, the pick onto Fid, and as Azukari as well getting out Muyo. And now there's the off tank getting get caught out as well, and that is going to be enough. There is all the kills necessary for Paradise Tempest that they are going to unlock point 1.
Yeah, that was only one team fight for that entire first point. Both teams taking it very conservatively, just kind of weighing out their options. But Hawk and Azukari going in, no fear. Fid went down pretty early in that last fight too, which helped because it meant that you weren't dealing with like a one hit, like a headshot kill kind of situation. But now he does find the early kill on this first on this fight, and the res is no longer available for Tempest.
Yeah, which is a big thing, especially with the semi dives, the dives that their Paradise Tempest is running, and there goes the Winston into the back line of Paradise Tempest with the nano boost. As Bastion's gonna get Hawk out of this fight already, and that's gonna bode well for Riptide in the end. They've got to hold off and wait for Hawk, who has this Dragon Blade online, as well as the nano boost. Are we gonna be seeing a nano blade here?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the go-to call. It's just really gonna be on Hawk to try to find some way to even get close enough to perform, you know, a Dragon Blade. You might end up even nanoing the Monkey to just go in there and do some damage, and then maybe Blade can go in there and clean everything up, but it's going to be a grab from Tao that stops that from happening.
A big grab as well with the Dragon Strike to follow it up to get Hawk out of this fight. They do get Ryan, however. There is the Ana gone, and there goes Muyo into the back line. Gonna get antied, but using the Primal Rage to stay alive in the end, but it does not seem to matter. But Fid trying to turn it back, but Azukari with 3 in the fight, and it's going to be keep on going for Paradise. The cart is going to keep going for Paradise Tempest.
It's happening. The Bastion is out again, once again for Bastion here. Not going to be joining the fight yet. Okay, does manage to get the sentry configuration, or the turret configuration, and is able to stave off the dive from Tempest. But once again, look at that big ante.
Ooh, Lars getting Muyo out of this fight is massive. Doing so much work in that back line up for Riptide, but Hawk now back onto that signature hero of Hanzo, doing some work. Already got 2 in this fight, 3 with the help of the defensive matrix from Magic Turtle, and they're going to get this second point unlocked with Azukari taking a little rest of it.
One of the great things about Hanzo in dive in particular is because the Hanzo is just so good at taking out tanky opponents. So he's not only is Hanzo able to deal with the squishies just by the headshots and just taking them out of the fight right then and there, but also dealing with a Winston and a Bastion who you need to kill very quickly in order to prevent them from, doing too much damage. Bastion is definitely the pick for that, and Hawk was just awesome in last map, and he's continuing it on this map.
Yeah, the nano boost is going to be used yet again, and Muyo going to get Rig out of this fight, and that's going to be both supports down for the side of Paradise Tempest. They've got to back out now. The rally was used as well by Mr. Waffle. Maybe you'd like to have it back, but still, you got the fight win. You've got things stopped for a moment, and the stagger coming in onto Magic Turtle.
Good awareness from Muyo to be able to see that the supports had made that rotation onto the high ground, which is normally a spot that they would be very comfortable in, but not against a Nano Monkey with almost no protection. Bastion doing a bit of scouting out here, is going to back up because he is under a lot of pressure.
There goes the Dragon Strike out, almost catching Toss in that crossfire there. This Hawk already starting this fight off yet again with a pick in their favor. It's turned back right quickly from Fid, but it's not going to matter as it's Blue filling that kill feed for Riptide yet again with some nice plays coming in from the off tank thanks to that nice Graviton surge.
Bastion going down early in that round didn't really matter too much, as Ta and Muyo were able to make the best out of it. Muyo's putting on some pretty good performances here on the Monkey, if I do gotta say so myself. Then again, Bastion, just the damage output from Bastion is probably enabling him to be a bit more aggressive to some extent.
Self-destruct out from Magic Turtle. Not going to get any picks, however, but it's going to be get some space done. But Fid using the high noon, going to get a pick, but it's still not going to be enough, as everyone on Paradise Tempest have got the kills necessary to keep this cart rolling, as Hawk getting another 2K. Oh my goodness, it's Hawk and these 2Ks. Bastion trying to take him out with the tank configuration, but they are already so low. Azukari with the primal rage to take Bastion out, but they now have the respawns back for Riptide. They've got the point under control. The Dragon Strike is going to be there, taking down Fid. Lars coming back on the Tracer, getting a pick as well onto Muyo. A big anti-nade coming in from Rig, and that might seal the deal for Paradise Tempest's attack there. It's just I say that, Fid does touch, but then now Paradise Tempest has captured all of the points.
Yeah, some great stuff coming out. Azukari and Hawk, the dangerous duo. Hawk obviously opening up that fight with a couple of great, fantastic picks. And then I think it really is, Bastion had a little bit of a chance to turn that fight around if it wasn't for the aggression coming in from Magic and Azukari just keeping Bastion under pressure, not really letting him set up in a place for too long. Exactly what you need to do against a Bastion, especially on that last point.
Yeah, definitely. Now we're gonna see. Are we gonna see the same things from both of these squads here? That dive that we saw earlier. No, it doesn't look like it at the moment. We're gonna be seeing a Sigma Hawk coming out from Paradise Tempest. Interesting decision here.
Yeah, Magic was pretty solid on the Sigma last round, and remember, it was the Sigma Wrecking Ball that got them the full hold on point B of King's Row. So if Azukari switches back to the Wrecking Ball, we could potentially see that, but it looks like for now he's going to be switching on the Hog. It's going to be interesting to see how Riptide responds, because last map they also ran a Roadhog of their own, or even the Orisa Zarya, which was just so bizarre. I'm still kind of just reeling from that decision. I don't think I've fully recovered yet, but no, it looks like they're going to be going with a traditional dive with Ana for the Genji Nano Blade potential.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see. It's going to be really hard for them to dive in onto this Paradise Tempest comp with that Roadhog hook potential, but we'll see how they get on in this fight here. The hook did just break there for Azukari, which is very unfortunate. They did get that hook on to Bastion there, but not in the end. They've still not been able to really contest this point, as Muyo is up on this high ground trying to take some cleave damage onto Paradise Tempest. Nothing doing, but Bastion's going to start this fight off with a pick onto Hawk, as Lars turns it back, trying to get some stabilization for his defensive side here as Mr. Waffle goes down. But Fid, oh my goodness, Fid very low on cart, trying to heal up at the moment. As Hawk comes back on the Tracer, gets Muyo out of this fight. The anti coming in onto the tank, but Azukari getting a hook and getting the kill, or getting the help kill onto Ryan. But it's not going to be enough, as it still seems like Riptide has got the upper advantage here. The Bob coming out from Lars, trying to stave off this offense, as doing well at the moment. But they're getting two in this fight, as Magic Turtle does fall to their own rock, most likely. And in the end, they're going to be able to capture point one pretty quickly.
Yeah, great stuff from Fid there. He almost had like virtually no support, but he was still able to get the last two or three kills to end that fight and secure them that first point. And now Nano Blade is available for them, as well as the potential you could even engage with like mines, or even Visor here and then Nano Blade to try to finish off some targets. It makes it easier for Fid to perform on that ultimate. Hawk going for a cheeky little Pulse Bomb, doesn't get it though.
Not gonna get the Pulse Bomb, which is unfortunate. Fid wrapping around fully, but they're gonna use the Nano Boost onto Muyo. As he gets caught in this Gravitic Flux, however, and is going to be taken down thanks to a nice Whole Hog, and Hawk getting some damage as well. It's looking good for this defense right now. Azukari taking out another pick, but Bastion with the Tac Visor going to take out Lars before he can get up to that EMP, which could have changed this fight very easily in favor of Paradise Tempest, but now it's going in favor of Riptide. They've got the picks necessary. They've got 3 kills now in their favor, now 4, and they've got this unlocked. They're probably going to get this with very little resistance coming in from Paradise Tempest.
This is where the Brig pick from Mr. Waffle here is really coming in handy. Saw that a little bit on the first point too, but Waffles is able to protect the back line from both the flankers in Hawk and Lars, and also Azukari on that Roadhog isn't able to easily pick off Mr. Waffle if he was playing something like a Lucio or a Mercy. So this Brig is really being in handy there, and also the rally is just still an insane ultimate.
Yeah, Lars needs to get up to this ultimate to start this defense very quickly, but Hawk is going to take it into his own hands yet again. Bastion going down as Hawk takes it. Oh my goodness, a 2K Pulse Bomb coming in from Hawk. This man has been on fire all throughout this series, as it is looking more very good. Now they've got this point unlocked, and they didn't have to invest that EMP now that they have it built up.
Yeah, they definitely get to keep it. I mean, I was talking about how Brig can stave off a lot of things. They definitely cannot stave off a good pulse bomb, unfortunately. And now Riptide doesn't really have that much to work with, while Paradise almost has everything to work with. They have the do-auto
is out there, and they're gonna get 6 with the EMP. That should be enough to win them out. Toggle is down. Azukari as well getting in on this kill feed, as they have won this fight out with a nice EMP coming in from Lars. Now the stagger kills coming in on to the rest of Riptide, trying to get some kills late in this fight, but nothing doing after those first 2 kills.
And he's already halfway to another EMP, which is going to be very helpful, especially because Riptide now has pretty much all their ultimates available to them. So you're definitely going to be looking for that EMP to kind of tip the balance back in Paradise's favor. But for now, Hawk goes down, but Riptide's main source of healing is down, so they have to kind of wait just a little bit. Oh no.
Ooh, but Bastion's going to be using the Tag Visor, going to get Lars out, and Ira very, very low, and Muyo is going to get clean that kill up. Self-destruct is going to be on point. Get Ta out of this fight. That could change it in their favor. The respawn, the advantage is there, but the rally is there from the side of Riptide, and there goes the Dragon Blade out, trying to find someone. Fid looking for Hawk. They do get Hawk in the end, but it might not be enough kills, as they're going to be using it. This Azukari gets a nice whole hog on the point, and they hold this defense yet again.
Yeah, unfortunately, Riptide invested a bunch of ultimates into that fight, but Paradise was just able to stave off. I mean, they had the spawn advantage coming in as well, but they were able to counter most of those ultimates, and now once again they're going to be having this big EMP. If it's going to be anything, it's going to be as big as it was last time. It's going to be big.
Yeah, well, Muyo is now on this Reinhardt with a big EMP yet again coming in from Lars, but it's going in favor of Riptide. Paradise, just as I say that, Fid goes down on the Cowboy, trying to stave off this push that was looking very good after they did get that first pick, but in the end they have to regroup and wait for this re-engage.
Yeah, but you know, a bunch of ultimates going into that fight from Paradise to secure it. Only 60 seconds left for Riptide to try to capture this point. Once again, Hawk going for the pulse
Ooh,
bomb,
and it's
gets
gonna
the
get
stick.
Ryan going down to Hawk. Pulse bomb after getting stuck on the Diva. That is going to be massive. No more Ana, but they do have this rally almost up online. But Magic Turtle's going to take it down in the end. And this could be the beginning of the end for their push. And this map for Riptide as Hawk gets another pick in this back line. As the tank line is so low. The immortality field is there, but it can only do so much. As Hawk is there, Lars getting in on the kill feed as well, and Bastion is going to be hacked up. There's 13 seconds remaining, and it's not looking good for Riptide. The rally is going to be used, but they're going to be met with a self-destruct. There's 2 seconds left. The high news there, but it's not going to be enough as Paradise Tempest taking our map number 3 and moving into match point.
Azukari and Hawk are just insane individuals. Lars not too bad on that Sombra either. Definitely pulling in some work when his team was down ultimates. I mean, this pulse bob is just really freaking good. Oh my gosh, getting the melee onto Bastion, and then they get full supports here as well. Great stuff coming out from Hawk. Definitely the MVP of these last 2 maps. And, quite honestly, I think these 2 teams are really close in terms of skill level. This has been a really close couple of maps, all the way from map 1. So this is a really good series so far.
Yeah, definitely. And we didn't even see Hawk first map, if you don't remember that. We had Neme in. Now they bring in Hawk, and they're now 2-0 with Hawk in right now. And it's the game changing ability of Hawk is just impressive. It always seems to get that first pick or that key pick that they need to turn that fight in their favor. And it's really impressive to see from Paradise Tempest right now. They're going into match point, and they're going into, I believe, I don't know if it's Escort or
I believe the
Assault
last
after
map
that.
is going to be Assault. It's going to be 2
it's
CP.
Assault. We just played Escort.
Yeah. It's going to be everybody's favorite map type, Assault. And then when that is over, if there still needs to be maps after that, then it will be control maps from there on out, if we need to go to a map 5. If somehow Assault ends on a draw. I know it doesn't happen like ever, so there's like no possibility that it'll happen because Assault is just really good that way. But yeah, I mean, if we need to go for more control maps, it'll be the remaining control maps in the map pool after that.
Yeah. So well, we're just waiting for the map pick from Riptide here. So we'll see what we're going to be seeing. We do not have any stats for you, as we did have our stats guy have to take a quick leave of absence. So we don't have stats for you, but it was probably going to be Hawk, and it was going to be a lot.
Yeah, I'll do some quick stats for you real quick. Hawk killed a bunch of people.
Yes. You know who else killed a bunch of people? Azukari.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this duo, Azukari on the ball and the Hog, he's putting in some work, and I think Turtle's complimenting him really well. Give some credit also to the support line that's kind of keeping them up. You got Ira and Rigmadon.
Yeah, Rigmadon has been impressive on all these flex support roles that he's been playing, both the Ana and the Zenyatta. And it looks, I believe we're going to be taking a quick break as Riptide is asking for 3 minutes. So don't go anywhere. Map 4 will be just a short little bit away. Welcome back, everyone.
We surprised you, didn't we?
Yeah, that surprised me.
We were ready a lot sooner this time.
So we're going into map number 4, and I believe it is going to be Temple of Anubis. And we were talking a little bit during the break. We're probably going to see more of that dive that we were seeing, that we've been seeing all throughout this series. Which we're still really surprised. We haven't actually seen really any rush compositions being played from either of these squads, but it's been working out in their favor. It's keeping the other team on their toes, and it's let Paradise Tempest go up 2-1 in the series, and now they're looking to close it out on Temple of Anubis.
Yeah, the bringing in of Hawk after map 1 is really shown through on Paradise, and I think Junkertown in particular is a place where flex DPS players such as Hawk are really able to shine, whether it's on something like a Hanzo or a Junkrat or even a Pharah. Is definitely going to be interesting to see what they run. Riptide, on the other hand, they have continually tried to play sort of the divey kind of style as well, with Bastion, kind of going back and forth, or whether or not he wants to be a Bastion one trick still. But yeah, it's going to be cool to see. Paradise also just seen a bunch of Roadhog today for some reason. Like, I know I said it at the beginning of the series, but it was mainly as a joke. I didn't actually expect to see this much Bastion. I'm happy about it, but it's surprising to say the very least. So I mean, continue to play the Roadhog. I'm all for it. Maybe not on first points, because trying to play Roadhog on like first points of Temple of Anubis is kind of torture.
Hey, maybe we'll see the pulled pork. Who knows? Orisa does get a lot of good value.
Orisa is good on this map.
Is very good on this, especially first point with the pull capability. But we haven't seen, we did see Orisa, and we saw it on King's Row. So who knows? They might just whip out the Orisa here. But we do have the readies coming in from the lobby, so we're about to go into the map any moment now. But what does Riptide have to do to tie up this series and push it to a map 5?
Keep playing Bastion. That's what they do. That's honestly no. I think it's gonna be so. Muya and Ta are still in, which seems to me to mean that they still want to continue playing this sort of divey style. I think it's gonna be a lot on. Fid's been kind of quiet. Fid was kind of quiet last map. So I think we obviously saw how much value Fid was able to get off of heroes like Pharah on map number 1, where he single-handedly closed out Night Market just based off his Pharah play. So Fid, I'm definitely looking at him to be stepping up here and to be kind of challenging Hawk in some of these duels where he hasn't really been so far.
Yeah, they definitely need to step up, because they got their backs against the walls now. We're going into Temple of Anubis, which is a very there's a
bad
there's
map.
a bad there's a bad map, and we could see a very we could very likely see actually a draw on this map. We've seen it countless amounts of times, draws upon draws on Temple of Anubis, but that's not what Paradise Tempest is looking for right now, and they are ready to go in this attacking phase in about 15 seconds. But right now, we are seeing that double shield coming in from Riptide.
Yeah, double shield, Hanzo, and once again the Bastion. Gonna be interesting to see where Bastion is gonna choose. They're gonna choose to set up in sort of the most obvious spot here, but this allows Fid to kind of go around and maybe get some off angles here on this choke point. So look at the Paradise Tempest is going to be running dive with the Wrecking Ball Monkey, which may or may not be good. It's definitely going to be harder for Rig and Hawk to get in if they have no protection from their tanks. Oh, look at this massive culture.
Nice plays coming in from Culture. Going to get the Bastion separated from the rest of their team. There goes the Immortality field down as Lars already takes out Fid in this fight. And it's already go for this Paradise Tempest squad as Lars has already got 3 in this fight. And that's going to do it. A very quick attack coming in from Paradise Tempest.
Yeah, if it isn't Hawk, it's definitely going to be Lars on this Pharah. We might not remember it if you were here for map 1, but Lars was putting in some really good work on the Pharah on map number 1 as well. So bringing it out once again. Can't let Hawk have all the glory for himself. Bastion and Fid are both swapping off. They're going to be going to McCree Soldier, so they want none of this Pharah.
Yeah, and I don't blame them after that attacking phase we just saw from from Lars, as he's already up to this barrage, looking to get some damage done, but it's going to be really difficult to push into a double hit scan that Riptide is looking for and looking to play at the time, as we're just waiting for Lars from the side of Paradise Tempest to probably get this first pick. That's their go sign, or some form of first pick from either Hawk or Lars, or a nice
Culture.
Yeah.
Culture and Azakari just aren't able to get like any space whatsoever. They're being held back by the spam coming in. Okay, they finally decide to go in, and it's actually a pretty good engagement.
And there's the Dragon Blade as well as the barrage, getting in a lot of ultimates being used from the side of Paradise Tempest, and they're gonna get all the kills they need, as it's just the Mercy left, and they're gonna be getting that pick late.
Can they touch?
The Mercy. They do get the touch from Fid, but they are going to be not on the point for much longer, as it might have been a rewind 9.
Yeah. Fun fact. Riptide didn't use any ults that round. They weren't able to, because the only ultimate they had up was Window, and Yanni was just kind of disintegrated from, I want to say, a pretty good dive. Paradise Tempest, good job. Obviously, you had Hawk on the barrage. Azakari just slamming W down mid. Seems like nobody was really expecting it, and then Hawk obviously finishing off people with the Dragon Blade. Good stuff. And now looks like they're gonna be pulling a reverse, like a kind of like a reverse composition out there, and then just going on to double shield.
Ooh, okay, so I was talking about this a little bit before the map start, or well, in our little break there, before we got into Temple of Anubis. I do always love this double, the sniper and the Junkrat, especially on the defense, and Paradise Tempest is rocking out with it, with Lars on that Ashe and Hawk on the Junkrat, and it's a great composition to deal with these tight corridors of Temple of Anubis.
Yeah, it is going to be a little less good against the dive composition, but you can still do some damage. Fid has the right idea here. They're on the Echo, so they will be able to, if they can avoid the shots coming in from Lars, they might be able to put some pressure on the Junkrat as well, especially since they have that Mercy pocket.
Well, we do see they're trying to get something doing. It's got to be that dive, and there it goes. Muyo is on to the point, but he's very low, as they have to back out, but it might be the first pick going in on to Azukari, who is super low as well.
Oh no, you don't want to be in that room.
You definitely do not want to be in that room with that Junkrat, but it's going to be Culture taking down Mr. Waffle, and Hawk, another pick coming in for that man on that flash 3DS roll. Doing so well, and a nice trap placement coming in from Hawk as well. Gonna predict where Muyo was landing, and
just
get the trap.
He just wants to say hi, guys. You didn't have to do him dirty like that. Put a bear trap at his feet. He's not a bear, he's a monkey. So, okay. This time around, Yanni's gonna have this nano, so they can apply it onto the monkey to make sure that they survive longer and get that primal up for sure. Look at Bastion actually here, just kind of on the flank. Is he gonna be able to get the surprise onto the Mercy here?
They almost do,
Nope.
but Lars is going to be there to finish down Bastion. But Muyo is going to be using that Primal and the getting Nano as well, but it's not looking like it's going to do much work, as the side of Paradise Tempest is just getting pick after pick in their favor, as Culture gets two in this fight, looking for another pick as well. The Bob is out from Lars, getting damage done to Ta on that off-tank roll, and that is going to be enough. The Riptide just looking for something, and nothing's going to be done. But it's 1 minute and 45 left for Riptide to do something here. Oh no!
Oh no! Okay, we'll get the res. So I mean, but that's going to be unavailable for the next fight, which is still going to be pretty massive, especially since Ira is going to have hers online. And look at this, you got double tank ults as well. I mean, these tank ults are so impactful and so good against an incoming dive. I mean, there's literally nothing Muyo can even do to counter that.
Yeah, Flux was just massive from the side from Culture there, as Lars does get fid again. Lars trying to get out the Ana as well, not going to get those shots, however, in the end. And Culture gonna get Mr. Waffle out as well, who is, I believe, in the middle of a res. So that res is gone, as Mr. Waffle is now gonna be swapping over to the Lucian.
Yeah, I mean, such a late swap to Nano is once again available because of the amount of damage being put in. Who are you even gonna put it on?
No.
But I mean, you can't even put it on. You have to back out at this point if you want any chance of contesting the point again and potentially not continuing this series. You need to group up right now.
Yeah, well, they're gonna be walking into a lot of ultimates here.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Is gonna be so bad. I don't want to look.
Asukari already getting a first pick onto Ta. The DMAC Diva trying to get back to spawn, probably switch off a character, but it's not gonna matter. It's down to 12 seconds left. The dive is gonna be there. The nano boost is trying to save them. The Riptide gonna get Ryan out of this fight. The Bob's coming down from on high. The Primal Rage is going to be used, trying to save to something, try to get some kills in their favor. The copy as well from Fid, trying to build up that Flux, but might be caught out. They are caught out before they can get any Flux damage done, but it's still looking good for Riptide. They've got the kills necessary. Bastion on the Soldier, gonna get four picks in their fight, and oh my goodness, on the brink of losing the series, they get the kills necessary, and they have a new lease on life with 3 minutes to go.
Bastion just he just gets 4 kills that round because I guess Paradise Tempest just kind of threw their keyboards out the window because they were convinced that they had won already. I was convinced that they had run already, but it looks like this Riptide team is going to get a new lease on life. Fid swapping over to the Genji here. They got a little bit of time to build up this Nano Blade, so don't exactly blame them for that. And look at this, very fast aggression coming down mid.
Yeah, they're looking to get some picks here, but it's already going in favor of Paradise Tempest, as they've already got the kills necessary to win this fight out. And, well, they're just going to be, Riptide just going to be running back to spawn, but some kills probably going to be done in the late stagger, and now they have the Diva out of mech too.
This is going to be a great stagger here. I mean, what do you even do as the Diva here? Call mech! Do it! Do it! I dare you! Do it! Do it! Oh my god, that was just dirty.
Oh my goodness, is Hawk getting another pick yet again, so they still have to wait even longer.
Yeah, I mean, 3 minutes was not like too long of a time after that first point, and now it's getting dwindled down even more. They just can't deal with Hawk on this Hanzo. He's just too cracked.
Yeah, we've seen it all throughout this series. Hawk is just incredible on the Hanzo. All Flux DPS it seems that he's been playing, he's just done so much work on. But now they've got a minute 15 left. I don't know how much longer Riptide can put up a fight, as the Supercharger is going to be coming out from Azukare. It's going to get a lot of damage. The Nano Boost is there, and a lot of damage going in onto Paradise Tempest. The Primal Rage going to be used yet again. Mr. Waffle does get Rigmidon out of this fight, and now it's turning in favor of Riptide. Just as I say that, kills going in favor of Paradise Tempest, but it might not be enough. It does, in fact, be enough as they use the Amp Matrix in the end, get a lot of damage done, and get that defense on lock. And there's 30 seconds left, and they've got ultimates to speak.
Paradise knows exactly what to use in order to stave off the dive coming in. Oh my gosh, are they going to be able to get staggers? Okay, no, I think Lars may go down. No, but the protection from Rig is there. He will survive for this last fight. This is the fight that could potentially end the series right here. And a dragon from Hawk, is it going to catch anybody? It catches Yanni.
Ryan goes down. That's, you can't have him go down. He always trying to build up to that nano boost. The nano blade, or sorry, the dragon blade is going to be there. Going to get Hawk out of this fight. From Vid is going to start this fight off very big, but Lars on the Cowboy going to take down Vid. It's anyone's game now as Azukari is down in this fight, but it's the DMAC and the kill on to Muyo. There it goes. The red is filling this kill feed as Paradise Tempest win it out 3-1 over Riptide.
Yeah, that's assault for you right there. If you lose even one member on the attack of the second point, there's not much hope for you, especially on Anubis of all maps. We have Hawk. I don't think you'll disagree with me here. The clear MVP of this map, as soon as he was put in after map number 1, he's just been on a tear on the Hanzo, on the Junkrat, and even on the Tracer. On the third map, he was just putting in so much work. So he definitely gets my MVP. Good job, Hawk. Riptide, you fought valiantly. You really did. I really did believe that there was going to be a chance that a Bastion would win this match, but unfortunately it was not meant to be.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good series, like you just said. Condolences to the losers, and good job, Paradise Tempest, winning it out 3-1. And that's really about does it for us today. It's been me, Joker's Ransom, and Rudy on the cast. Thank you all for watching. Peace out and good night.
Bye-bye.